What is up, guys? It is KikiZilla101 here yet again, and today we're going to be doing something a little special, something a little bit different, and that is because this is a project, or a part of a project, of something that I am working on with another YouTuber, and that would be EDGE. You guys already know that I've done some projects with EDGE before. I've really had a lot of fun with that. I really love the director of EDGE, Destin Bogart. He and I are great friends. This is a little showcase of a part of the most recent project I have done with EDGE, which is the 2018 PaleoRewind. Now, this is a really fun project. It's got a ton of great creators involved in it, where we're all explaining different months and the new discoveries of each month for 2018. We have Bioniclesaurus, Spinodude, Dino Man, myself, and Trey the Explainer. Yes, you heard me right. We have Trey the Explainer in this PaleoRewind, which is really cool that we actually got a hold of him. So it's a really cool PaleoRewind. I definitely highly recommend you guys go out and watch it yourself, the whole thing. The link to that video will be in the top right corner of the screen right now. It will be in the link in the description, and it will be at the end screen at the end of the video. So with all that said, I do want to have send out a huge thank you. A huge thank you to Destin Bogart for having me as part of this. I'm greatly honored. I really love how it came out, and I'm really happy just to see that so many people came together and made this project possible. And so just thank you for having me as a part of EDGE yet again, and I can't wait to do more projects in the future. We already have a couple more lined up and whatnot. So also, I should say, all the credit of the editing in this clip you will see is all Destin's. It's not mine. So please go over and support him. If you haven't subscribed, you're really missing out. Go subscribe. It's a fantastic channel, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. December. Stop your blubbering. During the Mesozoic era, the oceans of the world never got to the frigid temperatures we see in the polar regions of present day. However, that doesn't mean that it could never get cold. The animals that thrived in these environments were reptiles, fish, and birds. There were no mammals, so it may be a shock to find out that the large-bodied marine reptiles are more like mammals than was previously thought. The larger you are, the more likely you are to produce heat from just being alive, and the larger you are, the more likely you are to keep that heat. Such is the case for the leatherback sea turtle of today. Despite being related to cold-blooded reptiles, the shelled navy blue leviathan is capable of traversing the cold depths of the Atlantic Ocean because it is so large that it is effectively warm-blooded. And it is very likely that marine reptiles of the Mesozoic were similarly kinda cold, kinda warm-blooded animals. A recently described fossil of the Ichthyosaur, Stenopterygius, has preserved the impressions of soft tissue, and the particular soft tissue is a couple-inch thick layer of blubber that would have encased the entirety of the fish-like reptile to keep it warm when it dived down to the extreme depths in search of a calamari dinner. Most marine reptiles also give birth to live young, so grows the mountain of evidence that these reptiles are more mammal than we give them credit for. A Miocene. Despite the current stance of the United States administration on climate change, it is a very real thing and will continue to be so until we collectively resolve to fix or reverse it, or we all accept its potential inevitability and reap the consequences. Recent studies done by a multinational group of climate scientists have suggested that the rate at which our planet is warming is setting a course for the future of Earth that will place it at a similar climate to what it was like back in the Miocene epoch 50 million years ago. Though the comparison in what it means for us and every living thing on the planet seems bleak, and it is possible for us to reverse this, but a separate video going in depth would be needed for an achievable schedule to be produced. "450 times 100 legs. Millipedes are some of the most adorable of the creepy crawlies you can own. Generally harmless with teeny little faces, antennae that also function as mustaches, and a million little legs that tickle, lends them preference in the herpetological hobby. Turn the clock back 100 million years and they're still around, but this time trapped in amber. 450 newly described specimens of millipedes fossilized in amber are the oldest known examples of certain groups and offshoots of the millipede family that went extinct. Nanjinganthus dendrostyla. There's always room for crushing stereotypes and turning down archetypal ideas of ways things worked in prehistoric times. This time, a previously known species of plant breaks the old moniker. The last of the dinosaurs saw the first flowers. Nangiganthus dendrostyla is the earliest known angiosperm flower on record, dating back to 174 million years to the early Jurassic period. No longer are flowers restricted to the Cretaceous period, but may have been a component of ecosystems for a lot longer. Feathers still in style. An international team of scientists have finally solved the answer of what is actually covering the bodies of the flying reptiles. Pterosaurs are known to have been covered from head to toe in small hair-like coverings which have been called pycnofibers, because they are different yet similar to feathers and hair. After analysis of different fossil specimens with clear impressions of pycnofibers, the team found that there are 4 distinct types of filaments seen amongst the different types of pterosaur groups, and the filaments are actually modified feathers. 4 types of feathers were distinguished: simple filaments that look like hair, bunched filaments ending in a brush-like structure, filaments with a tuft of feathers halfway down the shaft, and a downy filament. Some of the fossils preserve melanosomes which correspond to a generally brownish gingery color from a group of sparrow-sized frog-mouthed pterosaurs called anuregnathids. Saltriovenator zanelle. Ceratosaurs are an interesting group of early theropod dinosaurs. They do not place very well amongst the grand group of the theropods. Obviously, they are more of an early basal group, but where exactly is not an easy answer. Abelisaurs are the short-muzzled, tiny-armed descendants of the ceratosaurs, and have been aligned accordingly. And the new ceratosaur described from Italy adds another member to the early start of this family tree. The specimens of the new member of the Ceratosauria clade were originally found in 1996, but was informally named Saltriosaurus. After extensive analysis and proper description, the newly renamed Saltriovenator breaks the record for largest theropod from the early Jurassic period. Was that good or what? My voice is just absolutely sexy. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed that video. If you guys did, please go over and watch the rest of the PaleoRewind for 2018 if you already haven't seen it, and make sure you go subscribe to EDGE. They have a ton of great paleontology content there, and I will be releasing some more stuff on there. A lot of great stuff. Definitely go make sure you check that out and let him know what you think of the PaleoRewind. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.